everyone, welcome to my 12th Flosstube video. My name is Alyssa Jones. You can find me on Instagram as @AJStitch. I'll put the information somewhere on the screen. I hope everybody's well today. I'm filming on a very rainy day in upstate New York. It's just, there has not even been a sliver of sunshine and it is very wet out. And because of that, my house is really dark, so I'm filming in the sunroom, which it'll be interesting. You're going to see traffic go by on the road here, and we'll probably hear it too. But the light is pretty good out here, so I thought we would give it a try. Bear with me. We'll see. I hope everybody's well, and I've been watching a lot of videos about mania plans, and I had asked for some advice on mania plans, and I still am kind of up in the air, but I have come to a realization that I have started all of the things and that I should probably stitch on my things. So I'm going to go through what I've been working on, which is all of the sales, which is a stitch along for those of you who are not fluent in all of our acronyms. And then I'll show you the 2 new starts that I have planned. And at the end of the video, I actually have a giveaway too. So I didn't hit 1,000 subscribers yet, so this is not my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, but there is a giveaway, so stay tuned. All right, so the things I've been working on. The first one is part of the chalk jars that were designed by Priscilla, Blain, and Hands-On Design. And I've stitched the first 4 that came out. I started with the sunflowers, and then I did the pumpkins, and then I did the Santas and the snowmen. So this is already my 5th one already. I make you guys watch me show this over and over and over again because it takes me so long to stitch it, but bear with me. So this is the hip hop chalkful, and I started this a couple weeks ago, and I've made progress. And you can see here that I've got 3 bunnies just about completely done, including the back stitching. Now, the pattern called for a color that I didn't pay attention to needing, so I decided to do all the back stitching for like the mouths and whiskers and ear fur in white. And I'm not sure if it was like even worth doing because it doesn't super show up, especially the eyebrows and mouths, but I'm sticking with it. If somebody wants to get that close to my cross stitch to appreciate the detail of my back stitching, thank you for being that interested. And I know it's there, but otherwise I'm guessing most of the world won't care. So we're getting there. And at this right here, I stitched a little bit at lunchtime today, and that is the top of the jar. And there's 1 more bunny to finish right here. So and that's the last bunny already. And then I'm already on to jar and carrots. I believe there's a lot of carrots. By a lot, apparently, I mean 4. But I think it's actually going faster than I expected. And it's mostly colors that I think were close to the called for. I think I changed it up a bit. If you need to know the colors of it, I can absolutely list them for you. But it's a fun little stitch. That's my stitching that I do on my lunch break. We get a few minutes. Sometimes I get to work on it. Sometimes I don't. You never know. School gets crazy, especially this week. It's been a doozy of a week for me, so I'm super glad to just be here talking about my stitching. This is what I needed. The next pattern I don't have a picture of it, but you've all seen it. It's part of the Hello Pumpkin Sal that I'm doing with Emma X stitches and Belushi stitches, and I don't know why Darcy didn't jump in on this one because we do all the fun Sals together. Where is he? And I don't have a picture. I think I looked last time too. But this is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and there's a hashtag for the sal that I'll list below. But I did finish part 1, and we are stitching it in the order of the original parts. You get the whole pattern now if you're buying it from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. However, this is how it was originally released as a mystery sampler, and there's part 1 with a few extra leaves. But all done, and I can't wait to do the next part. So May, I think we're doing that owl that goes here. And so this is on a piece of gray linen that I've already forgotten what it's called. It's been a week, I'm telling you. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm sure I have it listed somewhere. But love this, love working on it. And because I think of this pattern, I've been craving projects that have larger chunks of color done in DMC, because that is just, I think, the most relaxing stitching you can do. So you'll see how that influenced my new start, one of them. My next sal that I'm working on is the Modern Folk Embroidery sal, and I did print out a picture for you guys. And this is the 2021, the Fruit of Plenty Stitch Along, which I'm sure you're seeing everywhere. And I am very far behind still. I've only done a little bit in 2 weeks. There's still a needle on it. Try not to stab myself here. But I have gotten, I think, a good portion done. So here it is. That really washed out. I'll come closer. And you can see I've gotten more of those flowers done. Not a lot of work, but a little bit. And it does, and that vase is actually quite a bit of that block. So I have to finish this block, which is March, and I'm hoping to try to get April and May, some progress on those during May. And so my main idea is to work on my stitch alongs, stay caught up with the ones that I am caught up with, and try to play catch up with the ones I'm a little behind on. And then I think I'll feel good going into June and all the summer busyness that happens around here. So, fun stitch. Can't wait to make more progress. Oh. No, I only have 2 new starts. Oh no, I have 3 new starts. Okay, I'll go to my last work in progress that you have seen before. And this is Sunflower Cottage, Mini Sunflower Cottage by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this is a stitch along I'm doing with Stitchman Darcy and Emma X Stitches, and a lot of other people are doing it too. And I think it's because they can't resist the fun colors either. I will insert a picture, hopefully, here-ish. And this is my progress. I have done very little. I was waiting for a missing thread color to arrive, and I got like a little type A on this, and I was like, I can't do any other color until that one comes, because I'll never do it if I skip it, because it was like one of these like pale colored stitches in here, and I was so afraid if I didn't do that I would never go back and fill it in, and there'd always be this hole. I didn't want there to always be those mini holes in it. It was only, the color I needed was only for 2 stitches too. So I took like a good week off, but I did work on this a little bit last night, and I got these green leaves are coming in nicely, and the next color I do is the black right here. It's actually 310, and that's going to fill in quite a bit of stem there when I pull it out. So I might get to that more tonight. And my goal for May is to get at least another 5% done. I'm at like 9.86% done right now, something close to there. And so by the end of April, I want to get to 10, and then I'd like to try to get to 15%. I think that would work, and I almost think it would be like filling in this next row of blocks of 10. So every 10 rows seems to be about 5% because I kind of fill in underneath too. But I love stitching on it, and I love seeing the progress, and I can't wait to get to other colors. Like, you can see the ball of the umbrella there, and soon I'll be getting to actual umbrella. And I like when I get those little points of the umbrella. I think they look super cute. So it's getting there. And then I started starting things. The first thing I started was the Frogwarts Year 1 band sampler. I did order the Frogwarts box Year 2 from the Black Needle Society. And when I ordered that, I also added on the Year 1 sampler, because I love Harry Potter. I always have since I came home from college and found it on a Barnes & Noble shelf, and it provided this delightful light reading that I wasn't getting to do at college, and it was just a fun world to go into. So I signed up for the box, and I was like, I kind of want to do these all on one piece, and so I'm stitching it on a blanket of linen right now. Like, I've got to cut it down because it does not need to be this big. It's only this wide so far, and I've got double that width in my hands at all times. I'll figure it out. I think I just flung a needle too. Oh, I see it. Hold on before I lose that and step on it. Saved. Whew. So this is the beginning, and I've got Wingardium Leviosa started. I've got Hedwig and Hagrid's Umbrellas started, and that really thick border across the bottom. And I decided to do this with one strand over two because I'm just happier stitching that on this size linen. And so it's a little washed out, but I kind of like the look of it. It'll match my book area a little better if I do it this way. And so it's going well. And I set my goal to like finish that first section. And so now my next section is going to be like to do this part. And I'm kind of hoping to do that weekly so that I can get it done. There's some pretty intense stitching areas. Like when you get over to Fluffy, that's a lot. And the Mirror of Erised is a lot. Even the Sorting Hat, because I've only done this bit. But I'm looking forward. So I think I'll do like the hat section next. And that'll be fun to stitch. And this is not done in DMC. This is all done in Overdies too. So it's a little fussier stitching for me, but I'm pretty happy with how it's going. Then Owlforest came out with their 2021 free stitch along. Owlforest Embroidery is out of Russia, and I think that their patterns are always beautiful. Unfortunately, their thread pack that they dye their own threads, they're stunning. It was completely sold out. So they offered a DMC conversion, and I thought, no, Owlforest patterns are always so beautiful if you do like the overdyed threads. And so I chose to do the color version because you can do it in a 3-color version or a 14-color version. So I chose the 14-color version. This is all you know so far, and that it's Alice in Wonderland theme. So it's obviously going to be a beautiful sampler. So I didn't have a piece of linen that was the right size for it. There was nothing in my stash that it would fit on because it's pretty sizable. Let me see if I can quickly read the size of this completed project. It is going to be 263 by 263. I mean, that's pretty good size. And so the only linen I had in my stash that was even close to the right size was, this I think has a tag on it, so that I actually say the right thing. Maybe. Maybe not. Now I'm just confused. Oh yeah, 45 count woven sedge legacy linen. So 45 count's hard for me to see anyway. You've heard me complain about this with my Winter Wonderland sal that I'm doing through the silk stitching app. And I do like the look though. So it's 1 thread over 2. And this is my start on the Owlforest Alice in Wonderland. I have to put on reading glasses to do it. It's the first one I really feel I have to do that in. I'm stitching in hand, my own color conversion. And so this is going to be like a gate, apparently. And then there's nothing in the middle yet. And then there's these like lovely kind of trellises on each side. And then this piece, this little, I don't know, motif is completely done. So try to get the colors so you can see them better. I think it's beautiful. I'm not quite even halfway done with that first release, but the second release comes out on, I think, March 15th or something like that. So I have some time. But my color conversion was almost all classic colorworks that I just pulled from stash and tried to make look nice together, except I went with the Gentle Art Terracotta. And then I went with Classic Colorworks Secret Garden, which seems really fitting. Ruby Slippers, which is one of my favorite reds. I don't know if you're catching that fully. You see the dark and the light? Oh, I love stitching with that. Finley Gold. Blackbird. Shrimp Cocktail. It's pinker than it looks. Like that's kind of faded out, and this is definitely a more pink. Antique Lace for my white. Just hanging out in my stash. 12 grain for like my ecru. Morning Glory, which I thought was an almost perfect Alice blue for this. Cappuccino. Olive Branch. Perfect Pie Crust. Plymouth Rock. And Trail Dust. So after fussing and fussing and fussing with those and rearranging them and taking colors out and putting new colors in and still trying to get that Owlforest embroidery look, Peanut's getting involved in the video. Most of you have met her at least once. That's my colors. I'm hoping it works. On the natural linen, that looks pretty good. I don't know. We'll see how it works out because it's all a mystery and I don't know how much of each color we're even using. But it's hard stitching. So I stitched on that for a day is all. And then I was like, whew, I really need an easy project here. And I had ordered, because I've been watching the Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube a lot, something about watching Kimberly complete all of the projects all of the time inspires me. I love how she organizes her stitching. I can't organize my stitching that way, but I love how she does it. So I joined in and I'm playing catch up on the Bonnie and Camille. It's the Shine On sampler, Sal. There's a hashtag for that too. And it's from this quilt book. And so I think I need to make this quilt, but I have definitely not started that. There's a cross stitch for this one that looks just like the quilt. If you've watched Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube, you've seen this because Kimberly is stitching and they've divvied it out by week and they are now down on this week. I started this 3 days ago up here, so I'm currently trying to do a week a day just to catch up. So I did the first week and I did the second week and last night I did the third week, and so tonight I hope to stitch that one. And they stitch fast. This is the most relaxing cross stitch project I think I've ever done. I'm using the Call for DMC and I'm using a piece of Fortnite Fabrics because I do get the subscription, and it was the newest one of the 12 Shades of Grey subscription, and it's called So Vain, and I love the gray, and there's all my colors. But it's so relaxing to stitch. I love it. Once you stitch one X, as long as you know the spacing, you know exactly how to stitch the rest of the X's. And then this is all symmetrical, and so once you kind of get the idea of it, you can just finish it. I took my book to get spiral bound, and I had to leave it at Staples overnight. And I was pretty upset about having to do that. And I almost marched back into the store and said, give me my book. I'm going to take it to FedEx. I didn't do that. I told myself I was a grown-up and I was okay. And I reminded myself that I was working on this one and I knew what it's going to look like. I could just keep stitching. And I did. And it worked out fine. And so then I went to pick up my pattern book and it still wasn't done. And I think the man saw the sadness in my eyes and he was just like, I'll bind it for you now. I was like, whew, okay, just, give me my book back. So I did get to stitch that section last night, and tonight will be this one. Oh, I love this one so much. I love the happy colors. Makes me think of my mini sunflower cottage a little bit because the colors make me so happy. And at the same time, I barely have to think. I feel like I whip out these stitches so fast. And because of that, and I was so satisfied with it, when Kimberly put out the new Sail Away, I thought, oh, I need to do that one. So let me remove Peanut from my planned new starts. Honey, I really need these. Thanks. That's a better spot for you. She went on another chair. She's okay. So I've decided that I need to start the Sail Away. And I have no threads. I have no fabric picked. And this is supposed to start May 1st, which is, what is today? Today's the 29th, so that's Saturday. And today's Thursday. So we're getting there. But I kitted it up. I got this. I got the digital pattern. I had to have this needle minder. I love that. And then I even got the floss drops. I just love them. You can't even see them, sorry. There you go. And there's different pictures on them. And so I think I'm going to steal some fabric from my Snow Village kit because I think that piece is too big and that sailor might fit on it. If that doesn't work, I might try to dye my own blue fabric for that because I do have some white I could dye. I need another project, right? And I also picked up the Flea Market Flowers pattern from Floss Quarter Shop and the Floss card. That's not right. This has a name. Thread holder that goes with it. And this they're starting in June. So I'm planning on starting this one along with them. Sail Away I'm going to try to keep up with. And I'm going to keep up on Shine On. And then I have to stitch all of the other things too. So my May is going to be kind of busy. I was considering like mapping it out, but loosely, because I want to still be able to just stitch what I feel like stitching when I want to stitch it, because life gets a little stressful at the end of the year when you're a teacher, and we're winding down weeks, and there's a lot of things that start to happen with sunshine and warm weather, and your students start to kind of check out on you, and there's a lot to do. So that's my plan. And now I'm ready for my giveaway. So I was contacted by Southern Stitchers Co. and she has a cross stitch website where you can order patterns. You can get fabric there for cross stitch or for quilting. She has got a really nice assortment of items, and I did the spring box review, like the unboxing video, and so she, as a thank you for my unboxing video and as a thank you to everyone who watched, has offered to do a giveaway. And so she's offering me and a subscriber a free Weeks Dye Works floss pack. She does a monthly floss club, and she would like to send one to you and one to me. So if you would like to be in that giveaway, I'm going to ask that you be 18 or older and that you don't say giveaway or any of the things that lead trolls to my channel. But if you would like to win that, I'd like you to just type the word weeks anywhere in the comments, and because I'm counting down the weeks of school left, and it's a Weeks Dye Works floss pack. And yeah, please enter. It'd be great if you were a subscriber, if you liked the video. All that's really nice, but as long as you want to stitch with that floss, please enter. That's, I think, all I have this week. And I will definitely film in 2 weeks. If I get tons of things done, maybe earlier, but we all know me better than that by now. It's probably not going to happen. Yeah. So it was really nice to get to visit with you guys. Thank you everyone for all of your Stitch Mania videos and all of your update videos. You continue to inspire me and make me want to stitch all the things. So thank you for that. And I hope everybody has a great weekend coming up, and that the weather in your area involves sunshine and a chance to maybe stitch out in the fresh air. Take care, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.